Okay.
Hey guys, you see this smile on my face? You know why I'm smiling? You see this? This is all that's left. This wonderful man sitting next to me, Gordon Pirkle Jr., or GP as they call you, made an amazing bully burger. Now, I will tell you about bully burgers. I hate to say this. Gosh, I've been eating here 56 years. And our family being from Dawson County, my daddy making moonshine, my granddaddy making moonshine, all my uncles making moonshine. We have a little connection going on here. And the Gilreath family, the Trammell family, that's what they did for a living. You know, they didn't get out and do illegal stuff. They were making corn to put food on the table. And that's exactly how racing started, isn't it?
That's what it all come from, was here in Dawsonville, because, you know, this was the moonshine capital of the world.
Absolutely.
One time.
And I love now that Dawsonville is embracing its still life, and your dad is featured in the newspaper.
Oh, yeah.
And today it's a big deal because the moonshine is legalized, and you can buy all kinds of flavors of moonshine. Actually, I think our camera person might have tasted a little moonshine every once in a while.
Well, you know, and that's one thing I think so neat about our city hall. Where can you go to your city hall where the two things that made your county what it is inside there? You got a distillery on one side,
and
you got the racing museum on the other.
Yes, I love that museum. And you know, let's talk a little bit about the restaurant because you've made it through the COVID crisis.
Yes, ma'am.
And today you were busy when we got here, which is really, really cool. And I'm very thankful for that. I always worry about your dad's health because I think he's a little bit younger than my mama was. But as he has slowed down and done whatever he's doing to enjoy life, you're taking over. And you've been cooking over 40 years.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there ever a time that there won't be a Dawsonville pool hall?
No, ma'am.
Good. That's great news.
Me and my sister have stepped up, you know, to running it and everything. And then I've got my kids, they're helping, and her kids.
Good,
I mean,
good. We want it to remain a family tradition. You know, there's nothing like walking in here, smelling that grease, having these fries. And I will tell you, honestly, I feel so bad because I was going to take a picture of my food and I told you, I'm sorry, I bit into it before I got the picture done. And I said, oh no. Tell me about a bully burger. Who came up with it? It
was Bully. It was a guy that worked here back in the day. And back then, it was just that side over there.
Right, I remember that.
He never wrote down orders. And you would tell him, well, if you're the first one, you got it your way.
Yeah.
But if there's two or three, you know, you wouldn't. He'd just make it. And a bully burger is all the way.
Right.
So they'd come in and see that he'd have 2 or 3 burgers on there. And they'd just say, Bully, just give me a bully burger. I'm going to get it anyway.
Yeah.
And that's where it started. It started way before even Bill, you know, before we got famous because of the siren and everything.
And we have to say, Awesomeville from Dawsonville has put Dawsonville truly on the map. And now Chase Elliott, I interviewed Chase when he was 14 years old. We were over at Lanier at the Speedway, and this kid was so together, so on top of it. He was amazing at 14 years old. And I told him, I said, son, you can tell you're a product of your daddy, but you can also tell you're a product of your mama because he was with it. He was on, he knew everything he needed to say. He did a great interview at 14 years old. It's been such a joy to watch him race and to watch him do what he loves to do, but to do well at it.
Well, you know, his first job was here.
Oh my gosh, I did not know that. That is awesome.
When he was about 13 or 14 years old. He had bus tables and washed until the crew would come in at 1 o'clock. And then he'd leave and go with them to work on his race car.
Wow. Well, he is such a fine young man, and I'm so proud. You know, I was like Dale Earnhardt was my life. The day that he died, I was, oh my gosh, I was number 3 all the way. And to be able to now to cheer Chase on and be happy to see him doing that. I think Chase drives more like Dale Earnhardt than he does his daddy.
Well, you know,
don't tell his daddy that though.
Well, I mean, that's like me. Me and Daddy, you don't know how many times I've been fired in here because I come in with my Earnhardt stuff on.
Yeah.
But back then we had another restaurant on the other end of town, and my mama ran it, and he would send me down there.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Now, if people want to come in, and I know y'all are going to have a party in a little bit because I heard them talking about setting up the tables. can they reserve this room and have a large group? And call and maybe place their order ahead so you don't get swamped and you know what's happening?
Yes, we do that.
And we're sitting just on the square. My granddaddy used to work over at the jail, and when he was a deputy sheriff, and he made moonshine, and he did such a great job when he was in jail. They made him a trustee, and then they gave him a job when he got out. So I said, that's pretty good to go from moonshine into. They said, well, he might know a little bit about how we can find these stills. Are there still people here in the community that you remember making liquor back then? Are there any of the old guys still around?
A select few. They're not that many left.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a long start.
Yeah, I mean, you still got the Beardens, and you still got...
How well I remember the Bearden family. Yeah. The Beardens, the Gilreaths, the Kirbys, the Bulls. There's so many families. And they did it to put food on the table.
And they all was church going people. Because it wasn't that they was doing anything wrong. It was just to put, like you said, food on the table to get by.
Yeah. Well, my granny has seen the revenue come to the house more times than she'd like to count, and she would always open the door just a little bit and put her foot up against that door to stop it, because the moonshine was stacked right behind the door. They'd say, is Herman home? And Granny'd say, no, he's not here right now. And she's holding that door. I'm like, oh, please don't open the door. But it was a way of life. And I loved it.
And I love all this. And this, who would ever think in this one little town had all this stuff? Yeah,
it's so awesome. Now, how many people do you employ now? I saw 4 or 5?
I guess about 10.
Okay.
I mean,
so those are jobs that have been here for over 50 years. Yeah. Over 50 years, your dad has been employing
now we've
people.
Expanded. Back then, it wasn't maybe 2 or 3.
Okay.
And that's when we had the vending and we had other, businesses.
Well, I remember coming in and your daddy sitting back there when I was 17. Don't say how long that's been. It's been a long time. But I can remember, and the first time I came in here, I just was kind of in awe of that area, and my mama was all about the pool hall and all about everything that you did well, and she said, this is just good folks. And I've never forgotten that, because that day she said, these are just good folks. And to be here 56 years, y'all are just good folks. Just good folks. Tell your dad that everybody in Ella J says hello, and everybody in Ball Ground says hello. And we're going to tell them to come and eat. Now, what days are you open?
We're open 7 days a week, but on Monday we close at 3, and then we open at 11 every day. But on Friday and Saturday we close at 10, and the rest of the time at 9. Okay, good. So if y'all are Monday. If you're in the Dawsonville area, please stop and try a bully burger. But take a picture of it and post it on Facebook before you do like I did, because I scarfed mine down. So there you go. Thanks for watching, and don't forget the Dawsonville Pool Hall opens 7 days a week to serve you. What's your favorite thing on the menu? Burger.
Burger. Of course it's a burger. See you again soon, guys. Bye.